Hi, you're here with Katie
and Jocelyn,
and we're going to do a hair tutorial on how to straighten hair. So here I have half of it down and half of it up, and underneath here, so this part is really wavy and curly, and then underneath it is more straight because I already straightened that part a little bit. And today we're using this, just a regular comb here, and then a hair straightener set at 392 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush it out to make sure there's no tangles. And I'm going to start on the one side and work my way to the other side. So just basically what I'm going to do is clamp down and then straighten slowly but surely, just like this, all the way to the end until it all falls down like this. And you'll notice it's a little bit stiff, but we'll fix that at the end. And then I'm just going to do it. You want to push hard with your fingers and then do it slowly. And make sure you could use heat protecting spray if you'd like, but you don't have to. We didn't, but it just depends on what you want to do to your hair. And then also, don't set your straightener too high because it'll ruin your hair and burn your hair, and your hair will get really stiff and croochy or whatever. I don't know what to call it, crunchy, whatever. And so I'm just going to continue straightening here. This side I'll do a little bit faster because now on this side I'm going to straighten into the center. So here I'm going to take it and I'm going to straighten into the center of the head like that. So kind of cross it over, just so that it'll like fall into its place when you take it down. So I'm just going to brush it out, and you'll notice it's all a lot more straightened, and we're just going to touch it up before we move on to our next layer. So the the bottom two layers, you don't, well, depending on how thick your hair is, so on the bottom two layers, it's not going to be too like perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it still has to be pretty straight. The top layer will be the best layer, but here we'll just kind of just make sure you get the front nice and straight, because that's what everyone's going to be looking at. I'm just going to get the bangs. Sorry if that's hot. Straighten down there, and make sure you set your straightener on a cloth or a plate or something, because otherwise you might get a burn in your couch or your table or whatever you're doing this on. And I'm just going to do one more little. Just like that. So turn your head this way. So this is now straightened, so it's really straight right now here. And then I'm going to take off this layer here, and I'm going to take most of it down, and then I'm going to actually just take it all down. And then I'm going to have like one top layer that's going to be just a small little top layer. And I have just a little clip to hold up that top layer and all the other layers. She has really wavy hair, so it's good for straightening. And I'm just kind of running my fingers through and at the same time just going through it with the straightener. And after you go through it with the straightener, it is really hot, so it's going to be hot on your fingers, but you'll get used to it. It's just kind of like sticky, kind of hot, I guess you could say. Sorry, this is a really squeaky thing, I guess. Like this little thing is really squeaky. Squeak, squeak. Okay. And then I'm just going to get the front. But at the end, we'll do a little bit more at the front. I'm just going to... Now just do it. Make sure that at the end of every layer, you just do an overall brush through. Just like this. And now we're going to go into the very top layer, which has to be the straightest layer. So I'm just going to kind of pull it all out. And then I'm just going to brush it with my comb. And now I'm going to take a layer and straighten it like this. So kind of pull up, I guess. And it'll give you volume at the roots. Yeah. And if you like it to be kind of wavy straight look, straighten the whole thing, and then on the top layer, kind of, okay, so I'm going to show you a really good thing. So if you take a strand of hair, and then you put your straightener here, and then you pull like it to the side, and you like kind of wiggle it and stuff, it won't be fully straight, it'll kind of be like wavy, so I'm just going to wiggle it like this, and don't pull too hard. And then it's kind of wavy and like good. So if you want like a wavy kind of look, don't blow dry your hair or anything. Just straighten it like how I just showed you with the wavy look. Go like this, just at the roots. And then just let it fall down by itself. And then pull and let it fall down. And now I'm gonna take the hair and I'm gonna brush it this way, and I'm gonna let it fall onto her face, and then I'm gonna do the same with these. Do it like this. So it's straight, but it has volume at the roots. And then And then now that there's volume, I'm just gonna sort of straighten the top layer a tad bit. Not starting right at the root, starting about halfway down so that we don't take away the volume. And then just take your comb, just kind of brush it out, wiggle it down, and just like this. Now, when you look at, like, turn around, no, like, I mean, like, totally turn around. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to do the front. So, I'm going to, here, let's face the camera. Face the camera. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this layer, and I'm going to straighten it, and I'm going to pull it back. So that it's not in her face the whole day. So I'm just going to pull back. And the same on this side. And I just do the front layer like with my fingers, like there was before. Just like that. And then just let it all fall down like that. And then if you want, so I'm going to show you guys just a couple of styles that you can do. So I have a pretty big clip here for this style that I'm going to do, but you could use a smaller one. It's just going to look a little bit funny, but we're not going to keep it, so don't worry. So what we're going to do is going to take a front section like this and twist it back, and then add just a little bit more in, and then twist it a little bit more, add a little bit more, twist a little bit more. So it's as thick as you need it to want it to be. And then just flip it back here and show them. So that's what it looks like. So it's like a twist, and then it's clipped here, and it's good. It's a good thing. And then another thing that you can do is take it like this, and then just twist it back like that. So like just like a small little thing, and then you could also poof it up so that there's like a little poof like that. That one looks really good. And then the last one is if you twist this part, go pretty funny for the first couple seconds. It looks like a unicorn, and then you just kind of heat it up a little bit, just to say, and let it fall out. And see how it's a little bit more wavy and stuff like that right there, and has a little bit better volume and stuff like that. So thank you very much for watching our YouTube video, and I hope you use this style on your hair for an everyday look.